Uh, Today I was just going about my day and everything, and I had a triggering moment. An old memory came back out of nowhere, and that happens a lot after you've been through trauma. And so I thought I'd talk about this today. And kind of this week's been kind of up in the air anyway. And when you're somebody that has gone through trauma, you like to be prepared, so because that's kind of a safe space. So this is kind of out of my comfort zone, but that's okay. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to go over and what I do to help myself when I actually have one of those. Sometimes they can be so bad that I literally can't go to the next step, and I was kind of getting there today. So um, it was a memory that where I got thrown under the bus by somebody that should never have thrown me under the bus, the people that shouldn't. So I did go through my what I do to help myself, and I do use oils to do that. And I do a certain. I talked about it a little bit in my group before, and I think I've talked about it, on YouTube and everything. But um, I use what's called Aroma Freedom Technique. It's a whole technique. If you have any questions, you can ask me, but it's something that I do and I'm being trained on. So, so I use that, and there's different forms. And the one I use is when you have a memory that's so traumatic that you need to do something about it right then. So that's what I did. And I also take notes, and I kind of wanted to go over just a few of my notes when I do it. And one of the things that you do is you say how you feel. And it has to be a feeling word, not a judgment word. And that's something that you learn when you learn this technique, the difference between the two. So I had to really, because of this being a situation where I got thrown under the bus, it's very hard not to use judgment words. So I had to work through that a little bit first. But I thought it was interesting. I had this done to me, okay? But yet these are how I felt about myself and how I saw myself. Inferior, embarrassed, and then ashamed. Well, those three should have never been. And that's what happens to us that have had traumatic experiences, that we become embarrassed, we become ashamed, and we feel inferior, which we shouldn't be feeling any of those things. So I just want you to know that it's okay to have these feelings, perfectly normal. And like I said, I've started the group up again, and that's where we go into. And these are for people that are ready, not that just want to grab. I've been in lots of groups over the years, and a lot of them I've had to get out because all they do is gruff about it. And there is a place for that. I totally get that. But if you want to move forward, you can't just be doing that all the time. And at first, you will do that more often than not. And like I said again, that's why it's totally fine. And that's what I do, is coach people through that so that they don't get stuck just venting. And I'll still vent, but I have a certain group of people that I vent to, that I feel safe in doing that. And that's another thing that you have to do. You have to find a therapist, and you have to find friends and loved ones that you feel safe, where you can feel free to vent, and then where they'll lift you up, or at least they'll show you where to go to get lifted up. They won't judge you for it. But once again, just know that it's okay to feel those ways, and to know that your goal is to get past feeling embarrassed. And I've been working on this for a long, long time. So the fact that I still go through this means that it's okay. It's okay, because you're going to have memories that, like this one, hadn't thought about it in years, and I don't know where it came from. And that's a lot of the fun stuff about having to go through this. Things will trigger you that you have no idea going to, and why. And so tomorrow, who knows what we'll be talking about, but I hope to see you there, and I hope you have a good day.